Now, everybody going to be like, why should I even trust Ray? Right here in front of you, as this refreshes, that's 1.9 million on the Shopify store. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys the exact strategy I use to scale stores to 7 figures. So make sure you guys like, comment, sub. I don't sell a course. I don't sell a mentorship. Nothing like that. So lock the fuck in. All I ask for is trust. Bless me with the engagement. Let's jump straight into this video. All right, so this is one of the newer stores I just applied this strategy to, and as you guys can see, they already started hitting $3,000 days, so we should be hitting 100K in a month in no time. Now, I'll show you guys just for context. I think I started the strategy around the 13th. The 13th, we were averaging around 1,000 in a day. 14th, 900. Takes a couple days for it to just kick in. Then we slowly started going up and up. So 15th, we're at 2,000. 16th, 2,500. 17th, boom, 3,400. And now it's currently 4 p.m. So it usually picks up in the evening time and goes crazy. We're already at 1,600. Should end off at around 3,400. So let's jump into the ad account now. Now, just for context, ads were paused on the 11th, by the way, just because of stock issues. We had no stock left and we had to order more. We launched ads on the 12th. So hopping in here, first day in, not too bad. 170 spent to make 770. I launched a new strategy that would be the actual bundle strat, which I will jump into, but I need to showcase the actual case study so you guys kind of understand. Now let's move to the 13th. Boom. Here, fairly slow, slowly starts picking up. And this is just one campaign, mind you. And just going through, ROAS is going to be on and off when you first launch ads after a little while once they've been paused. 15th, slowly starts picking up. 7x here, 3x here, 10x here. And then 16th, we're sitting at 2,100 with ads. It slowly picks up. 17th is when I launched a couple more testing ads inside my bundle offer, which I'm going to reveal fairly soon. And then, yeah, 149 on the 17th, spent to make 1,600 on this campaign. And then on the 18th right here, 95 spent to make 1,000 today, which is pretty good. Also, mind you, we do get a decent amount of organic sales on the store as well, so it combines together with the ads. But let's actually talk more on strategy. All right, now jumping more into the strategy. I'm on Shopify right now. This is the app called Bundler, Bundler, for all those who want to know. And analytics-wise, I tested out 4 bundles. And this one I launched very recently, and it's beating these other 2 bundles. It's actually catching up to our best bundle, which means BOGO might be a crazier offer to run and test. And I will elaborate more, but for all those who don't know, we like using the app called Bundler. Now, for me to explain the strategy, I'm actually going to sketch everything out and kind of help you understand and educate you a little bit. If you haven't liked and subbed, make sure you go do that right now. Anyways, let's get into it. All right, now let's go through the phase 2 7-figure scaling strategy. I'm going to explain everything in depth and detail so you understand how this shit works. And FYI, I do not sell a course, nor do I sell a mentorship. This is absolutely free. All I ask for in return is what? Trust and engagement. So first things first, these 3 pink boxes are basically the fundamentals of how the strategy actually works. So jumping into it, create your offers. You want to at least have 3 to 5 different offers you can play around with on ads. It'll give you more leg room and you'll be able to kind of figure out what works best and what doesn't work. Number 2 is fairly simple. You want to be able to make offer-based creatives and run these on the ads. Now, one of the biggest things I've seen brand owners do is they might make any type of offer or a bundle and have it on their website. But when it comes to the actual ads, guess what? There's no offer-based creatives running, which does kill your metrics. Compared to you running a BOGO on the actual ad account and running a lifestyle reel or image, you're going to get better metrics on the BOGO because these people on Meta are impulse buyers. When they end up seeing, oh, buy one, get one free, you're going to get more clicks. Your CPMs are going to be lower. Like this. The metrics are just crazy. Try it for yourself and you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, if you do struggle to make these ad creatives, I actually do have a full in-depth YouTube video on how to design these creatives. So I'll either link it in the description or is going to be the video before this, so you could go watch it. It says how to make winning ads. It's basically under 5 minutes. You could cook a shit ton of ads and just go absolutely crazy. And guess what? Those ads work. I'm literally running those creatives in the campaign I just showed you guys. So that should speak for itself. Now, one more thing to keep in mind. This is actually phase 2, by the way, guys, not phase 1. Phase 1 is basically when you found your product market fit. You have products that the market wants, and you're just serving the market the products they really want. Now, if you do want a full video on product market fit and phase 1, comment down, ask me, be like, Ray, please drop that video because I don't know my audience right now. I don't know if it's beginners or intermediate people. This is basically when you have a decent amount of products that are doing well with normal content. Now, one more thing to also keep in mind is the fact that you only do this phase two strategy when you have found those products, and you still want to have lifestyle creatives running on the side, even your UGC creatives, and then your existing posts with a shit ton of reactions. So what I mean by that is, let's say you do have some posts that go viral organically or have a decent amount of reach. Make sure either in that campaign or ad set, whatever it is, make sure you have those running as well that are already generating a decent amount of revenue or are still profitable. Then we can move on to phase two, which would be the actual offers. And that's where you start pushing and going absolutely insane. Now, for the last step in the base fundamentals, pretty simple, speaks for itself. Launch your offer-based ads in a separate ad set, or you can even test different offers in separate ad sets if you want. It's a personal preference. So yeah, now I'm going to kind of walk you guys through what I personally do step by step, and the full funnel and strategy. This is going to be very in-depth and detailed. Now, this is a step-by-step in terms of what I like to do personally when it comes to scaling with offers. So first things first, I like brainstorming. I like to sit down, I like to go on the analytics on Shopify and look at the last 90 days and see what's worked and see what hasn't worked. Fairly simple, straight to the point. I'm able to just map out the products that are doing decent and bringing in a good amount of sales compared to the products that aren't. That shows me that, okay, cool. These are the products people want. I can serve the market with this. Also, keeping in mind that we've already found product market fit. So like I was mentioning earlier, phase one, product market fit. You have to serve the market products that they want. If you're going to sit down and try to market something that people don't want, they're not going to buy. I've seen way too many brand owners trying to just push out certain products for so long and force these products when the market doesn't want them. For example, even when you're posting organically and the reach you get and the engagement you get, you can kind of tell based off that if it's a product that people want or not. If people aren't even liking, they're not even commenting, they're not even engaging with your products, they don't want them. So like I was saying earlier, comment if you want phase one. I'll make a full in-depth video on that. Anyways, next point. You do have your 3 to 5 products that the market wants and are considered winning products, quote unquote. Next thing I like to do is go based off the cost to make the product, including the shipping price. So what I mean by that is, let's say you have a tracksuit. Let's say it costs $25 to manufacture and ship to the customer. Boom. That's your cost price. So that's hoodie and pants. That's for us right now with the brand I was showing you. And then selling price to consumer right now currently is $110 for the set, $55 for a hoodie, and $55 for the pants. Fairly simple. So first things first, analyze your costs and then analyze how much you're selling for. Map it all out. Write it down if you have to. It'll help you basically sit down and brainstorm what type of offer you're going to create moving forward. So anyways, like I was saying, it gives me different ideas to play with. And since you understand the cost to make and the sale price, you're able to brainstorm. Fairly simple, straight to the point. Now let's actually jump into the other offers we can cook up with this. One thing I want you guys to keep in mind, do not just limit yourself to these 2 offers only and be like, oh, these 2 are the only ones that work. There's so many different types of offers you can test. For example, buy 2, get 1 free. Buy 2, get 1 gift free or something. You could cook up different types of offers. One cool way to also do market research and cook up offers is go to one of the biggest malls near you and just walk around. Look at the offers they have running in person. Take pictures of all their offers, their flyers, etc. Go back home and brainstorm. That's one of the ways where I would sit down and just be like, oh shit, I could really sit down and cook up different types of offers. It'll open your mind to more ideas. But right now we're just going to talk about these 2. So offer number 1, buy 1, get 1 free. Metrics always look fucking crazy on ads. Buy 1, get 1 free. You can never go wrong with. Hopping into it, the way I kind of frame this is very smart and a little sneaky and cheeky, but it works like a charm. So let's jump into it and I'll kind of explain it to you. So instead of selling the hoodie and pants separately for $110, like I mentioned, the sale price to customers or the consumer is $110. We changed the price on them to $99 each. So what do I mean by that? The hoodie is $99 and the sweatpants are $99. Now stay with me. Normally the hoodie and pants are $55.55. That adds up to $110. However, now I upped it to $99.99. Then on the bundler app, I make a bundle that I will show you right here. Buy 1, get 1 free plus get free shipping. So instead of making it $55.55, I just upped it to this and I made the pants absolutely what? Free. And them boys are biting. They love this offer. I just launched it a couple days ago, and it's about to beat this fairly soon. It's fucking moving. What can I say? BOGO always wins. Not always, but most of the time. So yeah, like I was saying, that's how we cooked it up. So the hoodie's now 99, the pants are 99, and then we just make the pants free. So technically they're getting a free tracksuit in their head. That's how perception works. We're perceiving them to think, oh fuck, why the fuck would I even spend over, $200 or whatever when the pants are free? Little juke. I like to call it the juke strategy. Anyways, jumping into it next, ROAS calculator. I use a ROAS calculator. If you guys do want a video on that as well, comment down. Anyways, so I figured out my break-even ROAS and my break-even CPA based off the cost to make and how much we're selling for. So that came out to be 1.34x, and break-even CPA is $74. So that means if our ROAS is 1.3x, we will break even. We won't lose money, but we won't make any money. Or if our cost per acquisition is $74, we will break even. Like I said, we're not going to make any money, but we won't lose any money. It helps us optimize the ads based off this when we're testing. Offer number 2. So this one, I framed it as $99 tracksuit, buy the set and get free shipping plus $11 off. So if I scroll down right here, boom, buy the set and get free shipping plus $11 off. Exclusive offer ends soon. So boom, $55.55. It'll show up as you'll get the hoodie and the sweatpants for $49.50 times 2. It comes out to $99. So just jumping into it, we keep the price at $55 normally for the hoodies and pants. So we didn't tweak that at all. We just left it as is. So when you do scroll down on the product page, you just see the bundle and it's like, oh, fuck, why would I just buy it separate when I could just buy the bundle and save money and quote unquote get free shipping? I'm going to jump into that real quick. So they buy the bundle, the price will be $99 plus free shipping like I was saying, but for your information, shipping is already free. So guess what? They just think they're getting free shipping on top of it when it's already free. So a little cool little finesse juke, you know what I mean? Anyways, scrolling down, ROAS math, same thing. Fairly simple, bro. ROAS math the same. I already explained that to you guys, so I mean, I don't know what else to kind of go through with offer number 2. It's just a different framed offer, just the way I framed it. This one's exclusive offer ends soon. This one ends in 48 hours, just testing out different types of FOMO as well. So going down the ad launch strategy, very simple, straight to the point, ABO campaign. And then considering that you have found PMF, I keep mentioning this, and already have ad sets with lifestyle ads running, we can focus on running the bundle strategy. So all you want to do is launch a new ad set, put the name of the product, and then whatever type of offers you're running. Personal preference, I like to throw in around 5 to 10 creatives inside these ad sets. Usually ends up converting well, and then I start adding more and just upping the budget. And then low budget test if you want to play it safe. If you like playing a reserved, I would say do $50 a day for 3 to 5 days and then optimize based off your ROAS and your CPA. Now, one of the formulas I do have is, let me think, I think it's average order value multiplied by the number of creatives you have running times 3. That'll be able to test it in 3 days, but that is high budget testing. So if you have a lot of budget to play with, feel free, big balls. Might work, might not, but you'll be able to just run through testing creatives like nothing. Also, each creative has to at least spend average order value for you to figure out if it's a winner or not. So if one creative spends, let's say, $50, but your AOV is 99, try to make sure it at least spends your average order value or even your break-even CPA, if anything. So yeah, scrolling down, creative examples, fairly simple. These are just 2 creatives I just pulled out of the campaign I'm running right now. I show you guys how to make these in the video before this. It's going to be in the description, so you can go watch that. So fairly simple. Buy one, get one free, only $99, ends in 48 hours. And another one, $99 set. Shop now, website closes in 48 hours. Shit ton of FOMO. Fairly simple ads, take under 5 minutes to launch, and guess what? These convert like fucking heaven, bruv. And scrolling down to the last part, guys, make sure to like and comment what you learned or what you want to learn, and make sure you're subscribed. I checked, around 50% of you motherfuckers are not subs, so make sure you sub. And yeah, even for phase 3, comment, and also 500 likes and 50 comments, I will drop phase 3. You guys really enjoyed this video I cooked up. I put in a lot of time into making this, especially even the whole presentation for you guys. So go crazy on that end. Let me know what you want to learn. At the end of the day, I'm here to provide as much value as I can for absolutely free. I do not sell a course. I do not sell a mentorship. Why do I do this? For trust and guess what? Engagement. You got it right. So yeah, like I was saying, hope you guys enjoyed. Show me some love. Get ready for the next couple videos because every video is just going to get better and better with the sauce I'm putting out.